This is Taking It to the Nub with Shirtless Mike.
And Boston Jimmy. Mike, how are you doing?
Hello, brother.
All right. So the last few weeks we've gone through Taking It to the Nub. We've had different cigar-related folks on dealing with making movies, right? Doing paintings, having special devices, cigar groups. But today is our first show with a brand owner. And this brand owner is near and dear to my heart. He was the first one ever to send me samples of cigars when I started this adventure 6 or so years ago. His name is Karel Martinez from Enki Cigars. So we're going to bring Karel in right now. Karel, welcome.
Hello, guys. How you doing?
Welcome,
I'm doing
Karel.
good.
It's a pleasure to be on your show today.
Thank you for joining. And like I was just mentioning to the audience that might be just tuning in, you are the owner of Enki Cigars, a brand that has been around for quite a while, and we'll get into that. And you were the first one to actually send me samples when I started a cigar site about 6 or so years ago called Space Coast Cigars, which was a precursor to Stogie Press. And I got to say, we've been friends ever since. So talk to me about what's going on with Enki Cigars these days.
Well, Enki Cigars and Origin Cigars. Like I was telling you earlier, I wouldn't bring nothing without Origin Cigars. Origin Cigars is the one that opened the doors for me when I was basically a kid in this business many years ago. That's it. That's it right there. Very, 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 very proud of that brand. Origin Cigars, Red Label, the Green Label, the Premium Blend, everything we have done with that brand. And then we came out with Enki, which is a very old brand too. We keep it simple, just like a few brands in the market today, big companies that they don't launch a new product every year, every year, every year. You know, we just concentrate more on the consistency of the product. That's how we are, you know.
So how old is the brand? So Origins was first,
2004,
second.
2004.
2004 was launch of Origins.
Origins and Enki, both.
Okay, and then
But
Enki came out.
but Enki, I never put it in the market. It was launched. It was launched as sales. We had sales. We were selling cigars, but it hit the market really, really, really strong back in 2009.
2009.
Yes, sir.
Now, what does the name Enki mean?
Well, Enki means Lord of the Earth. It comes from the Sumerian culture. Is a very powerful name. Uh, Comes from, like I said, from the Sumerians, and they're the ones that describe Earth from the outside, the inside out, or the outside in. I'm sorry. It's in the oldest civilization ever known to mankind. And I thought it was a very powerful name to name the cigars after that. It is the history about that name is funny because I, well, I can say his name. Danny Colon. He's the one that does all the artwork for me, and he's been doing it for years. So we had the artwork already finished. It was another brand that we were going to launch, and I was talking to my brother in my mother's house. Salud. I was talking to my brother in my mother's house, and everything was done. The ring, the design, almost the marketing almost was done too. We just needed to print that label. And then we started arguing about something about the Sumerian culture, history, you know. Uh, and I always been very, very big into ancient history, my brother too. And my brother said, what about Enki? He said, yeah, what about it? And he goes, man, Enki's Enki. Enki is Lord of the earth. And I said, what do you mean? And he said, that's a powerful name, man. And everything just stopped right there, and we started with Enki.
Okay. So when you look at the Origins logo, and when I was down last year with you at your shop
Yeah.
at south of Miami, um, you explained this logo to me very nicely. What every emblem in this means, which is really defines who you are. Let's talk
Thank
about
you.
that logo.
So the original logo, which is right behind you, the original logo is in red. That's another label that we did. You know, every company changed colors here and there, you know, but the original logo is in red. So the background, everything is history when it comes to exactly. Everything is history when it comes to what we do in design and everything. So the background, the white background, under the background of the Origins logo is supposed to be red. Red is the blood that our ancestors fought in Cuba. You know, not Castro. I'm not talking about Castro. Castro didn't do anything, nothing good. I'm talking about our ancestors. You know, that fought for Cuba to be free, and that's the red is the blood. Then you have the 5 stars, meaning 5 stars the best, best of the best. So that's why I put the 5 stars. Origins is where we come from. If you move to the left a little bit or to your right, whatever, you see the Indian Tainos and the Siboneyes. That's the original Indians that were in Cuba before the Spaniard. That's the second one that you see in the logo. The third one is the African that was brought to the island and is part of our DNA too. And the last one is the Criollo. Is what we are. It's a mixture of everything that you see right there.
And the fifth one is this guy.
Yeah, exactly. KMA is my name, Karel Martinez Aranda. The dot, exactly. The dot, uh, we put the dot there in religion wise. If I don't put the dot, that means stops right there. But when you put the dot, that means that continue. You understand?
All the way around.
Exactly. The logo all the way around too is a circle in every religion, in every mythology, and everything that has to do with Asian history. The circle means power, means one. You know, the machete is the weapon that the people use in Cuba to fight to free Cuba back in the day when the independence war. And origins is where we come from. That's why it's origins, and origins is origins.
So you put a lot of thought into this. This is not just something that you just threw together. You spent a lot of time with your artist explaining what you wanted to have for this.
Everything that I do with all the brands, it has to have a meeting. It has to have a meeting behind it, otherwise, uh, it doesn't make any sense. You know. Uh,
Now
that,
you've
that,
taken the brands that you were selling, and you have a shop you opened up, And your shop is located in what city?
9865 East Fern Street, Palmetto Bay, Florida,
Palmetto Bay.
33157. Yes, sir. We
Okay.
have our distribution center slash showroom that, store. People can come and, buy our products, buy our cigars, tourists, locals, anybody, everybody's welcome here. But here we do everything. We do the operation, wholesale and distribution, and we have a retail area as well.
How has that now been impacted by this current crisis? So you're one of the first brand owners that we have on the show. So you and I had a little conversation last week about this. Talk about what you're experiencing with this and where you think things are going to go in the future.
You want the honest truth?
I'm a truthful guy.
Okay. So here we go. Nobody knows. Nobody really, 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 really knows today what's going to happen tomorrow, what's going to happen a month from now. What I can tell you is that is for the economy in general, not just talking about cigars, is devastated. For business owners, is devastated. For people that put food on the table for their family and their loved ones, is devastated. Now, when you go into the cigar business, uh, think about that. This product that I'm smoking here right now, a lot of people just smoke cigars. They talk about cigars and everything, but nobody knows the amount of hard labor work it has to be put into making a premium cigar or a cigar in general. So imagine a small company versus a large company. Some of those companies have 400 rollers, 500 rollers. Plus, think about the people that work in the field. Another, I don't know, 80, 100 people that do the sorting on the tobacco leaf, the curing barns, packing, the debaining of the cigars. So that's just right there. That's just making the cigar. Then it comes making the boxes of the cigars, packaging the cigars, flying the cigars or shipping the cigars via sea to the United States. Then you deal with the brokers. I mean, the whole system is highly impacted by this phenomenon that we're dealing with, the COVID-19. And uh, when you stretch it as far as launches, it's gonna be, my prediction is gonna be catastrophic because it's
Catastrophic. Now you're based out of your cigars, your factories in Honduras,
Danley El Paraíso, yes, sir.
in Donley, right?
Yep.
Are they shut down right now?
Yeah, everybody shut down.
So there's no work going on. Nobody's out there. Are the farmers? Are you? Are the field?
Nobody is allowed to work. Zero, zero, zero. Nothing's coming in, and this is the biggest worry of the, not just the biggest worry. This is the big challenge ahead. That's why I asked you at the beginning if you wanted to hear the truth, right? So let's say they open in Honduras. Let's say they open in Nicaragua. Let's say they open in Dominican Republic. In general, I'm speaking in general. Okay. So this country is gonna need so much supply. When I'm talking about uh, health stuff, health issues, supply, food supply, cleaning supply, that they're gonna put in priority those things, you know. And I'm telling you, I think they're gonna delay when they see in the port or in the airport when they see a shipment of cigars, my honest opinion, I think they're gonna delay a little bit, and they're gonna prioritize those products that are gonna come to the U.S.
So we're gonna have delays coming, obviously, through the factories. Are the fields? Is it growing season now? Tilling? Where's the fields at right now? Are they what stage?
Some people in some countries, they it all depends. You know, they
Well, by you in Honduras and Donley, what's the status of the fields? Are you
no
growing?
nobody's
Or
growing
is it
tobacco right
dormant?
now. Nobody's growing tobacco. It's done.
Okay.
Late February was done.
Okay.
But some people grow tobacco all year round. You know, some people do. So can you imagine those fields? People that had fields that were uncut and they needed to be cut, and the tobacco is spoiling right there and then. You know, can you
Yeah.
imagine the curing barns and the tobacco needed to be either rotated or put away in the factory to be debated and put it on the pilones?
Yeah. If you're not turning the pilones, it
They get fever. Uh, you know, temperature rises on the tobacco. It can change the flavor and damage the leaf.
So we have a question from Jesse Hall, and Mike, check your feed, and maybe you can ask some of the questions that are coming in. But one of the questions,
Yeah, I saw Jesse's come through, and
yeah,
but you
ask
got to
Jesse's
it before
question.
me.
Yeah, ask Jesse's question.
All right, so basically the question is, so cigar prices are going up eventually. How many cigars are not being made every month industry wide?
Can you imagine? There's factories, not factory, factories out there that they make 100 to 150,000 cigars per day, 80,000 cigars per day. So you do your math. Those people being shut down in Honduras, Nicaragua, the Dominican Republic almost 2 weeks ago. Uh, we don't see, we don't have the clearance and when they're gonna open. And even though if they do get the clearance, when are we going to get the clearance here to bring the product to the United States? You know, so we're gonna have a little cigar shortage
Is
in
there
the
a
near future.
pipeline in the aging room still?
Most of the tobaccos that they roll depends on the factories. You know, they put it to rest for 25 to 45 days. Some people a little shorter period of time, 15, 20 days. You know, yeah, it always needs to cure. It needs to dry to uh, let go the excess of humidity which is inside the cigar. And when it lets go all that humidity, then you put them in the curing barn, in the humidor, in the curing humidors. We uh, uh, rehydrate again, and by doing that process, you know, you mix everything inside, and that's when the blending comes together because everything just settle inside the seco, the ligero, the wrapper, everything, it becomes one, you know? It becomes a unique, it becomes a flavor of its own.
Okay.
Let me check my,
So Jesse says 2.4 million every 30 days. That's pretty big.
what is it?
He says, based on the math, he says 2.4 million every 30 days. That's a lot of cigars.
Well, and that's, I would say remember, put this in perspective. Miami is the cigar capital of the United States. Everything lands here, you know, either if it's by plane, if it's by boat, uh, it all depends. but it lands here 1st.
Mhm.
So can you imagine the traffic, the rush is gonna be to get all those products out, all those companies that have been uh, basically stopped for, like I said at the beginning, nobody knows the real amount of time or how long this is gonna go on.
Yeah, we don't. And that's and it's not just the cigar industry, but many industries. But we love this industry, and it's taken a hit at every level. So, I mean, do you think that when this comes out, that cigar prices go up or they go down?
Supply and demand, supply and demand, but also take under consideration that I'm not a politician or somebody that does statistics, but pretty much common sense. Uh, People that were buying 20, $25 cigars uh, are gonna cut down a little. It's the honest truth. Whoever smoked a $50 cigar or $40 cigar now is gonna smoke a $14 cigar. Whoever smoked a $14 cigar is gonna smoke an $8 cigar. Whoever smoked an $8 cigar is gonna smoke a $4 cigar. You could have as much money, or you can be just a hardworking guy. It does affect everybody at every level. You know, it's terrifying. Uh, Big companies. Remember, people think about big companies and they say, oh, millionaire companies, huge companies, this and that. Those people have overheads too. Those people have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of workers that they have to pay every month. Those people have hundreds and thousands of dollars of overheads. They have independent. I'm sorry, sales rep in the payroll. They have most of those companies also have customers all around the United States. 3,000, 4,000, 10,000 accounts. God knows. Uh, some of those people are net 30. If the shop is closed and they haven't sold anything, how are they gonna make the payment to the company that gave them the net 30? It's just complicated, man. It, it's crazy.
Mike, you have any questions?
Uh, I mean, I guess mostly. Not sure if he
It, it,
addressed in the beginning because at first the
I'm
volume was
sorry.
a little low. But
Sorry to interrupt.
how long
Sorry
have you
to,
personally been smoking cigars? And how what was your first cigar? How did you get into cigars? Like just personal before having a brand and everything.
talking to me, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, before you were a brand owner, before, how long have you been smoking cigars? You know, uh, if you remember your first cigar.
Uh, can I say here live?
Yeah.
Well, in Cuba, I think my dad gave me my first cigar officially when I was like 12 years old. They were having a party. He gave me a puff. I fell in love with the flavor and the aroma and everything. But going back to a kid, my grandmother's brothers, both of them, Chino and Fito, they grew tobacco all their life. That's what they did. They grew tobacco in a farm called La Luisa, Santiago de Cuba, near a place called Baltoni. You know? And you as a kid, they leave the cigar laying around,
Yeah.
and they're rolling the cigar. You take the cigar, you take a few puffs. But yeah, I've been smoking cigars since I was pretty much a
Pretty much your
kid.
whole life.
Yeah, never. You know what? I never smoked cigarettes. Not I have nothing against whoever smokes cigarettes, but I never smoked cigarettes in my life. The only thing that I really enjoy is this smoking, smoking a good
Oh
cigar.
yeah.
What are you
I
smoking
think
right
most
now?
cigar smokers have never smoked cigarettes. You know, I mean, there's some that have kind of done both, but I think that's kind of a lot of people's story.
I know I actually have met quite a few people that smoke both,
Yeah,
but I can't. The smell kills me.
yeah.
I don't know.
But it's always the cigarette smokers complaining that what we smoke stinks.
It's always that debate, right? But at least for me, the cigarette smell doesn't do it for me.
Can't
I
handle
don't.
it. Never could. My mother smoked cigarettes until she was about 35 years old. And back in those days, you went on like on Easter Sunday, you were going to your uncle's house, 30-mile drive in the car. It was raining. The windows are rolled up. My mother's smoking a cigarette in the car. And the whole back of the car was filling up with cigarette smoke. I mean, with 3 kids in the back. That's how it was back then. You can't even imagine, right? But when did you emigrate to the United States?
When did it what?
When did you emigrate to the United States?
I came here in. That's a good question, man. That's a good question. Uh, Interesting. So Cuba was situation in the 90s was real bad. Uh, the Soviet Union collapsed, and Cuba started a crisis called the Special Period, which is in Spanish, el periodo especial. So everything became so hard. You know, it was people take for granted living in the United States. Uh, they don't know what it is to live in a communist country that they tell you what to do, they tell you what to eat, what to say, how to walk, what to think, you know. So you had no freedom of expression, you have no freedom of speech. There was no food, you know, it was hard times. So I came here when I was 14 years old. I came here with uh, my mother, my father, my brother. Um, we went to Guantanamo Bay, in a concentration camp, and I was there from early September to 1994 to a few days after the new year of 1995. Sleeping in a tent, uh, cots. Uh, they gave us MREs, you know, to eat once a day. Uh, After a month, they started giving, I think it was rice and ham once a day too. It started getting better, you know. No complaints. I always been proud of being a warrior. I always been proud of the situation that I have been put to learn from those situations and to become a better human being. And ain't nobody more proud than me to live in the United States because I earned my way, man. I came here not like many people, you know. We came in a raft, in a boat, uh, almost dying, you know, and concentration camp, waiting to come here. And here I am, and I'm proud to live in this country, and I'm proud to to be that I became an American citizen, and I'm happy to be here.
Well, we're proud to have you because
Thank you.
of some of the best cigars that are out there, and people that are just joining. I'll just reintroduce real quickly. So we're talking to Karel Martinez, who's the owner of Enki and Origin brand cigars, a company that's been around since about 2006 to 2009 in that range, and has
2004.
2004, I'm sorry, and has been growing ever since. Small boutique brand out of Palmetto Bay, Florida. You're smoking, which one are you smoking right now?
I'm smoking the Enki. Let me see if I can put it in the camera here. I'm smoking the Enki Toro, Connecticut. And by the way, guys, have I had sent a package to Boston Jimmy. It didn't arrive on time for the show. Uh, my apologies, even though it wasn't my fault. It was the carrying service of the, I don't want to say the company, but
It's okay.
USPS.
United States Postal Service failed.
Yes,
That's all I know.
exactly.
It's okay. They're not sponsoring us. It's okay. You can say it.
All right.
What are you smoking, Mike?
I'm smoking a tobacco, a Gabby Caffey, one of the San Geronimos. I've been
You've
smoking a
hitting
lot of
those.
it because he's got this sampler out right now, and and I'm just for some more variety of my other than my everyday cigars, because I'm gonna stock up on just general stuff when using a little bit of my check that's coming, so my stimulus check or whatever you want to call it.
I'm smoking a Boston Jimmy. There it is.
Can't
Private.
go
best
wrong
of
with the Boston Jimmy.
the best of
Hey,
the best.
so Karel, I have another question here.
Go ahead.
Outside of your own brand, what other cigar brands do you enjoy smoking just for your personal enjoyment?
Hey, listen, if I mention the companies, are they gonna send me a little stimulant check or something?
I don't know. It's just I just like to ask other brand owners just to see,
Well,
aside because of course you're gonna say you love what you make. That's the obvious question.
Well, I'm gonna respond to that question, but you better call Nick Perdomo and tell him to write me a check. You better call Padron and tell him to write me a check. You better call Hoya Nicaragua and tell him to write me a check. Yes, I really enjoy Hoya Nicaragua. Antaño is one of my favorite cigars of all times. The Padron, I really enjoy that cigar. It's very well made, Perdomos are really good, I really enjoy the Perdomos too. Am I leaving? Hold on. Am I leaving any other brand? Juan Nunez, Coyaba cigars, they're really good.
Juan Nunez. Yes. Must have him out of the picture.
Gavi Coffee, you just mentioned Gavi Coffee. He has really good cigars. All cigars is good, man. All cigars are really good. There's no bad cigars. It's a palate. It's a palate, and it's a palate. It's the palate of the person who's smoking the cigars. Um, I I tend to enjoy every cigar I smoke because
Exactly.
I pretty much have taste almost everything that is in the market today.
So outside of Juan Nunez, some of these other brands being based out of Miami yourself, have you rubbed elbows with some of these other folks like the Perdomos and the Padrones? Have you had opportunities to socialize with them?
I know everybody. Most of them, when they were either starting their companies to basically nothing, to some of them when they only had a dream. I know everybody, man. Hey, listen, I work a lot of hours. I do a lot of work and wholesale, retail, making phone calls. I do events too. So pretty much I finish working and I go home. My hobby is to go to the woods. I go to the Everglades. I enjoy the Everglades a lot. I think it's a gift from God. That's why you don't see me much in many cigar events. But I've been blessed to, yeah, I know these guys at a personal level.
So other than your direct,
My brother, I want to say something here. you mentioned Nick. Nick Perdomo is his brother Billy, Janine, his wife, his mother Mary. They're really good people.
Yeah.
My brother was working. My brother was working for Drew State and left the company. Nick gave him a chance, and David did really good over there. They became really good friends. Still today, they're really good friends. So they're really good people.
So other than your dad and your family in Cuba, is there any of these folks in the industry that you would consider a mentor of yours?
Yeah,
Give a shout out.
God,
That
God is my mentor. He's the one. I'm very religious. I wake up in the morning and I pray. I take a shower and I pray. I get in my car and I pray. Uh, he has never left me, even in my darkest hours that I have had as a business owner and as a person. So he's my mentor.
there you go. Does he smoke cigars?
Huh?
Does he smoke cigars?
I didn't say that. Listen to this. I said God.
I said I said. Does he?
I don't know. Nobody knows. I've probably seen him one day.
The big cigar shop in the sky.
Exactly.
Very good.
Uh,
What
yeah.
other? So
Hey, listen.
introduce some of your brands. So you're smoking to Connecticut. So we have two major brands under your umbrella: Origins and Enki. So in the Enki line, what do you have in that line?
And the Enki line is very simple. I keep it very simple. And the Enki line is Connecticut from Ecuador, is Habano, Oscuro, you know, and I have the Corojo wrapper. That's it. Very, very simple. I try to keep it very simple in those lines, and that's it.
And the
And the
Origins.
Origins has a lot of lines. Origins has, and they date back from a long time. In the Origins, I have the red label. I have the green label that I haven't made that blend in a long time. And all those blends are grandfathered in and registered, but I haven't made it in a long time. The blends and everything are in the archive to be remade anytime. As a matter of fact, people have been bugging me about the green label, so I'm really thinking about it to bring it back to the market. I have the red label, I have the green label, I have premium blend, I have Ache, I have Bembe. So let me say, Ache is in the Cuban language, in the I'm not gonna say in Spanish because it's an African word in the Cuban slang. Ache, it means like blessings, like achepati, like blessings for you. So that's the name of the blend Ache, and then I have another one called Bembe. Bembe is what the African people did as a celebration that they play the drums and everything. In Cuba they call it Bembe, so that's why I have Bembe. I have the Mule. I have Premium Blend. Premium Blend is a fantastic blend of cigars. Uh, the Premium Blend is one of the best selling cigars I have. I'm telling you, it's fantastic. The Connecticut and the Habano, the Habano is a regular Equatorial wrapper, where it's doubly hero is tasty, nice aroma, good flavor, no aftertaste, rich. It's really good.
So Gazelle Ramirez must be related to you.
Giselle Ramirez is being my best friend. She's my wife. She's the mother of my kids. Very proud to have her next to me all these years. I got married real young when I was 19.
She says Enki Habano is the best.
Yeah, she likes the Enki Habano.
That's what she's saying. And I don't disagree with her because I've had the Yankee Habano when I was with you, and I know that cigar well. So you have a shop. It's retail, wholesale, business, warehouse. You do it all. Are your cigars in other shops in this country?
Say that again?
Are your cigars available in any other shops in this country?
Yeah. New York, Pennsylvania, all over. The brands are all over. Since it's small production of Enki, small, super. Listen, a lot of people say boutique, but I really take it to the max. I only bring 10,000 cigars every 45 days to 2 months, sometimes 2 months and a half. It only goes to those fortune stores uh, that we pick. It's only available in select stores. If you check the product, it's not discounted on the internet. Nothing wrong with that, but uh, I think sold by Best Cigar prices, sold by Puro
Best Cigar
Cigars.
sells them. Okay.
Yeah, Best Cigar prices.
And if somebody wanted to, can they buy directly from your site?
The site right now is under construction. We had a really nice web page. Decided to work on the page, to do some new construction on the page, to integrate all the products, all new, to give it a fresh look, of new pictures, new image, new description. Also, I am going to do this. I'm gonna have an auction, become a retailer for wholesale for stores, and I'm gonna have an auction for people that doesn't have any retail stores near them to go on the site and buy direct uh, from us at a retail price.
And what is the pricing of your cigars? What's the range?
Oh, very affordable. For the type of cigars we make, and the quality of the cigar is very affordable. Anywhere from $8 to $11, $12.
Okay, so right in the wheelhouse. Very good.
And wait, you're talking about in general or in Enki?
Well, okay, so so let's talk Enki and origins.
Okay.
Enki
Okay.
ranges about what?
From $8 to $12.
Okay, and origins?
Anywhere from 650, 675. No, 575. Anywhere from 575 to 920, 910. So around there.
Yeah, it's definitely real affordable.
Yeah, cigars are well made. I want to say hello to one of my really good friends, a guy that has helped me a lot, and since I had an operation here in Miami, and then in 2008, 2009, that's when I decided to move to Honduras. I want to say hello to Oscar Orlando Ferreira. He's really good friend of mine, my partner in crime over there in Honduras, and I want to say hello to him and the best for him and his family in these days that the world is facing.
So you also, in addition to cigars and, like good cigar brand owners, you also have some good swag. So like, this is an Enki beer glass right here.
We have good merchandise. I'm proud of that. That glass that you smoking, that you're drinking right now, is a heavy duty
Yes,
glass that you can put it in the freezer. The ink is not gonna run off the glass even if you scrape it or whatever. It's heavy duty. Like I said, it's like industrial grade. We have coffee mugs. We have shirts, we have hats, we have everything, everything. We just, I'm sorry that our website right now is not working. I wish it was so you can see everything we have, but in the near future it will. And it was about to take off, but this thing, COVID-19, caught us by surprise, and everybody's ordered to stay home.
So what we're gonna do is Karel's gonna send me some swag, and when I publish this out to YouTube and put the article out early this week on this with this video, if you comment on this, the first ones that comment, we're gonna give away some swag to y'all, and this is some of the swag. So I don't know what he's gonna send me, but he's gonna send me some glasses and maybe a few cups. And
Start sending you comments right now, or start sending you questions right now. And Boston Jimmy, I'm gonna send it to him, and he'll work it out with you guys. I'm gonna send some cigars. I'm gonna send a case of 36 coffee mugs. I'm gonna send a case of beer glasses, so he can give away to everybody watching these shows. So start commenting, putting your question, liking the page, start sharing right now, everywhere.
that's it.
Make it happen.
Make it happen, and we'll be definitely early next week. We will go through it all and I'll start sending out some packages to people. And I'll figure if I get a case of these, it's not going to be just one glass. Maybe I send you 4 glasses.
The beer case, I think it brings anywhere between, I think it brings 24.
Right.
The coffee mugs, it brings 36. I'm saying some cigars too, so you can give away to your friends. Whatever
So
you want
we'll
to
have
do.
some nice giveaways after this, for sure. If you've got questions in here, I'll go through this. And if there's any questions, I know somebody already asked questions, so you're already in for it. Christian A. Contreras says, for anyone tuned in that has never smoked an Enki, I highly encourage you to do so ASAP. Your only regret is going to be that you didn't discover them sooner. They go toe-to-toe with hashtag best of the best. You know, Christian?
Mr. Contreras, best regards to you and the family. Thank you very much for those kind words. Appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, by the way, Christian Contreras owns a real estate company, so help him out. Give him a call. You know, let's help each other here.
Island Jim
just
industry. Commented. He says, "Wahoo!"
Who?
Island Jim Robinson. He's watching.
Oh, welcome, Island Jim. You know,
hello, Wahoo!
You know Island Jim, Karel?
Best regards to Mr. Island Jim. I like the cowboy hat.
You ever hang out with him?
I think I seen him in the show a couple of times. I never had the opportunity of meeting him, but I'm sure it'll be this year when we shake hands and get to know each other.
Yeah, he's a good character to hang around with. Certainly.
Yeah, I got my Island Jim poster behind me.
There it is.
Yeah, I see it right there.
Getting a lot of love out of that one.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna keep watching these questions. I just want to go through a few things. It was a very light news week this week. Normally I get into some of the news in the cigar world, but we've had a very light news week. Probably the number one thing I had put out was La Polina and Room 101 have announced what they call lockdown. And lockdown is a special virtual cigar experience that's happening on April 22nd from 5 o'clock to 7. and they're going to be giving away $2,500 in raffle prizes. They're going to have special event packages. You'll be able to interact and have a really good time in this virtual event. And right now, what they're doing is, if there is a shop that carries Room 101 and La Polina, they're offering a special lockdown care package. And that has to be, you've got until the 15th of the month. So you don't have to do taxes this year on the 15th, but if you want to get a great deal on La Polina cigars and Room 101, they're offering a $69.99 package, which is $129 value. That includes 10 La Polina and Room 101 cigars, along with 10 raffle tickets for the lockdown event. That was like the big news that came out this past week. So anybody that likes La Polina and Room 101, there you go. Get involved in that. It's a great thing that they're doing. The idea is that they're setting it up so that you don't have to go to the shop, but the shop gets the benefit, okay? So they're working with their shops so that they can get cigars sent out to people and a great deal on that package. So check it out. All the information is on Stogie Press. You could just look at the latest post and you'll see that. It's in the news section on Stogie Press.
Go ahead. Support La Polina. Make it happen. Help each other.
That's what we do. Other than that, there really has not been a lot of news coming out that we didn't cover from last week. And as far as cigar reviews this week, a couple of things to look at was we just put out a review today on the another Donley Honduras line. Comes out of a company called Donley Honduras Tobacco, and that was the Don Juan Calavera Sumatra. And that particular cigar is a pretty spectacular cigar. We rated that at 94. I just put that out today. I had smoked about 5 of these through over the last year, and I finally got around to doing a review on it because I kept saying, did I just have one that was really good, or are they always this good? And I'm convinced they're always this good. I did get a comment on that from Craig, Cigar Craig. That was his number 1 cigar last year. So I guess I'm validated in saying that was a really good cigar. And that actually comes out of Donley Honduras, close to you, Karel. I also did a review on a cigar called from a company called Chameleon Cigars. And Chameleon Cigars has a line called, and I'm going to mess this up, so help me with my Spanish. Huevo de Oro, the golden egg.
Huevo de Oro.
What is it?
Huevo de Oro.
Huevo
Golden
de
egg?
Oro.
Golden egg?
Golden egg.
Yeah. Huevo de Oro.
Okay. So that was a very nice cigar. I rated that one a 90. Really enjoyed that. They have a few in their line. They have actually 3 different cigars and 2 blends. So the two blends, this particular one that I reviewed was the, I believe the Robusto, the Toro, and the Toro is the same blend as a Corona, and then the Robusto is a different blend. So that was a very nice cigar to enjoy, so you could check that out. Other than that, it was a light week for me. I was knocked out in the beginning of the week had a lot of coughing going on. I didn't know if I was infected with this virus. I was laid out for a couple of 3 days since last Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I was feeling a little better. Thursday, I was feeling a whole lot better. Today, I feel 120% better. But I did get the test. I haven't gotten the results. So I don't know, positive and negative. At this stage, I'd like to say I want them to come back saying I was positive, so I know that I've had it and I got rid of it. And maybe I can donate my blood for plasma, so maybe somebody can benefit from my ability to create antibodies.
You look like $1 million.
I feel a whole lot better. If you talk to me on Sunday or Monday of this week, you would have thought I was dying. I had no fever, but I was coughing. I was hurting. I wasn't able to think straight. I really couldn't do anything. I was just kind of laid out. So I feel a lot better. So this is, you read these stories of people that have this. You listen to their testimonies. I can't give a testimony because I can't say I was positive and negative yet, but it's a horrible disease. Anybody that gets this virus, you don't want to have it. That's all I can say.
It's really bad times, not just for the United States, but for the world in general. We got to stick together. We got to help each other. And pray, that thing to go
A lot
away.
of that this week.
Yeah.
It's really nice. And I have to say thank you to everybody that sent me all the good wishes, sent me all your thoughts. I knew you were thinking about me. That's very powerful stuff. Just to know that you got a lot of people thinking about you when you're not feeling well. I haven't felt bad, and it's been the last time I had any kind of illness was like almost 5 years ago when I got an exploded gallbladder, and I was out of commission for almost a month. And that was bad. So this was nothing compared to that, but that's just me. So
I'm sending a link here to more people. We're gonna explode Facebook today to the roof.
Let's blow it up. There you go. Let's blow it up. Everybody smoking Enkies for sure.
If anybody has questions, I'm here to answer them. I'm
There was
already in trouble.
somebody,
I'm already in trouble. I'm already late
here.
for dinner. So
Yeah, hold on. There's Larry Adams asked Karel, "Do you sell a sampler pack?"
sampler packs.
Yeah, just like a sampler, I guess.
It's gonna be sold soon in the internet for those who doesn't have or don't have Enki or Origin cigars retailers near them. They're gonna be available soon online, so people can go and purchase them. I want to make something clear here, for what I just said. We're not gonna compete to any of our authorized retailers. If somebody would like to place an order and they have an authorized retailer near them, we will guide them to go and purchase the cigar from the authorized retailers. This is only for people or customers that don't have any Enki authorized retail shops near them.
So basically, if they contact you and you know their zip code, you'll be able to say, hey, you got a shop 5 miles away or so that sells them.
Well, it's in the website. In the website, they see all of the Enki retailers. Once the website comes out, they're gonna see all the Enki retailers, and they're gonna be able to see it in the map by zip code. Everything is pretty well done.
Very good. Well, I know you're late for dinner, and we're coming up on the hour, and I don't run these more than an hour because it gets tiring after a while.
Before you finish the show, can I say a few words?
You could. It's all yours.
So, number one, in these hard times that we're living, like I said before, not just in the United States, all over the world, people in the cigar industry, people not in the cigar industry in general, stay together, believe in God. It's going to help us get through this. I want to say thanks, special thanks to my 2 daughters, Kareli and Gabriela, my wife, my brother, my mother, my father, my sister, my aunts, my grandfather, everybody, my family, my friends, all my supporters, people that have helped me and always helped me to be where I am today. Without their support, I wouldn't be here. All my customers, when it comes to retail, wholesale, distribution, anybody that is involved with me, Karel Martinez or my brand Enki Cigars, Origin Cigars, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Also thanks to Humberto Padron, Michael Bencione, Humberto Padron from Puro Cigars and Lounge, Michael Bencione from Primo Cigars, Jason from Miko Suzuki, many others, are, and I don't want to leave nobody behind, but if I did, you guys are here. It's just too many people. God bless you guys. God bless your family. God bless the United States. Uh, Mike, thank you very much for inviting me to the show. Boston Jimmy, you my brother. Thank you very much. You're one of the best cigars reviewers there is out there. And I always tell you, not because you're my friend, it's because it's the honest truth. I can't leave Bossman, Melvin Bossman Robinson.
Bossman Robinson. Why would we leave him out?
he's gonna get upset. Best regards to him, to his family, to everybody in the cigar business. There's no competition. Cigar smoking and cigars overall is a unique palate thing. Whoever smoke mild cigars don't like strong cigars. Whoever smokes strong cigars don't like mild cigars, and so on and so forth. So I don't see no company as a competition. I don't see nobody as a competition. It's a unique palette and it's a personal thing. So God bless you guys. Very thrilled to be here and to be your first guest on the show. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. And thank you for joining. And thank you, everybody that's been watching. We will have this post-produced and out early in the week, and we'll be going through some of those raffle giveaways. So keep an eye out for that. Put comments out there. Out there, share this, and we'll get some gifts and some care packages out to people. I want to thank you all for following Stogie Press, following Mike Holmes's great articles he's been writing.
Thank you. I appreciate everybody.
Very, very good articles. The best of the best.
Man, I appreciate it, man.
How do you
I just try
that
to
in
come
Spanish?
up with different stuff that people are writing about, and that's pretty much the secret to my success. Just I try to think outside the box is what I try to do.
The success of those things is being unique. Even if you don't think they're good, if it's your own ideas and you believe in them, do it. They're gonna work.
Oh yeah.
Hey, well, thank you, everybody. We'll have something special next week lined up. Still trying to get the Underground Cigar Lounge on board. But we'll have some other guests coming in. So thank you for joining, taking it to the nub.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Have a good night.
If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more Stogie Press productions and taking it to the nub shows, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you.